See how this whole commentary thing goes. Can't promise it'll be anything grand and exciting, but it's a hell of a loading screen though. Alright, so we left off, we got rescued from something after our ship crashed that we were prisoners on.
Ah, Brachus Rex. I've read his history. Quite gruesome, even for a human.
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole.
Garbage.
Nothing like a bar of soap in a jar.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
The child considers your statement.
You're weird. Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching the shadows cloaking your face. He lifts his mirror to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. Or crazy. Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, and it's a lot nicer out here than inside. But you didn't die. I guess I am, but it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary.
Voice acting in this game's pretty spot on.
There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean. You'll see.
Teddy bear. Yeah, we're gonna find teddy bear. It's fair trade. Bottle of wine for a bear.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn. It's ashore.
Two little bastards. And they talk now.
These bloody were supposed to keep those things at bay.
So I'm playing as a lone wolf, which means as long as there's 2 or less people in my party, all my stats are doubled. But obviously there's not, I don't get to have the full 4 people. But it makes it pretty powerful in the beginning. And I get like double the action points to spend to kill things and stuff.
Drowned and eaten by a Voidwoken. I wonder in which order.
So this mirror isn't normally here. It's a mod so you can respec. Normally you have to wait until later on in the game to respec. But it's kind of annoying because you get all your companions here and they are spec'd shitty, so it's nice having this here.
Look here, Quercus. Another giant. My word, this blasted isle is teeming with them. What's that? Yes, I did see how it made short work of the great acorn servants. Quite right, very impressive.
So done. Looks like I got disconnected and reconnected, so I'm gonna check the stream on my phone. Yeah, alright, we're back up. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I'll figure out how to fix it later, so.
Oh, introduce myself to the giant. I shall do no such thing. You give away your trust too easily, my dear steed. No, we will have the giant march. In time, we'll see whether it deserves our confidence. Now, onwards! Shield! Venture forth, post-haste. The great acorn waits for no one.
So generally speaking, crafting's pretty useless in the game, unfortunately. Other than potions and scrolls, but... Alright, that'll do good. So he's just going to be a big two-handed, beat people with a club guy. This guy's a total douche.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
Yes, I imagine you do. You're made of sterner stuff than I first gave you credit for. Chances are I wouldn't have survived the shipwreck had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful hold. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
My gratitude is worth a great deal if only you'd realize it. But of course you don't, so we'll leave it at that. Now then, if there's nothing further... I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Touché.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities, and shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost. Of course, it's rather specific. Quite obviously, I'm musing over the very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? Oh, may the Seven have mercy on their own creation. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World-Tamer, the spouse of the Sun. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have.
So we'll decide maybe at the end or later on who we're going to have as a companion.
Then by all means, dash.
He watches you depart without another word, then turns back to face the sea.
Ah, hello, small, furry creature. How do you do?
It seems we're not the only ones taking on strays.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity.
What? How did I get... Hey, stop following me. What? No, that can't be. I can't... Hey, stop following me. Huh? Yeah, fine. I'm fine. I'm not sure. It's all a little foggy.
The cat opens his mouth as if to speak, but his eyes lose focus, and with a jerk he turns away from you.
Well, okay then. Sorry, had a slight interruption here. Back though, I think.
I've spotted something.
It's a good thing I got that shovel.
wonder where this leads.
There is more to do up there, but we're gonna head into Fort Joy first and get a companion, I think.
Need I repeat myself?
He hasn't changed.
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop!
That's gotta hurt.
My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe we're done here.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
That looked a little painful. Hey, she had a leg on her. So apparently my push talk button is also the one that makes all the highlights show up, so I gotta change that. I don't think I've ever heard tilde called grave.
Come on,
All right,
man.
there we go. That's
I
fixed.
can't wait all day.
Come on then, Legsy. Pay up.
I find only bread. I want no trouble.
Bread or a brisket, toll's the same.
Your grift teaches you to bully others. Pathetic.
You keep it.
This is not your business, Long Pig.
Don't let this moss muncher talk to you like that. Especially a cheapskate like this one. Griff already knows she don't like to pay her fair share.
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms. You recognize him. It's Ifan, who you met aboard the ship on the way here.
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
He's kind of a badass.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff. Especially not one of you.
Oh, I don't feel so good.
You two ought to be thanking your lucky gods it's us, and not the Magisters enforcing round here. A fool never knows what they've got till it's well and gone. Now come on, elf. If you make me say it again, there's gonna be trouble.
Gotta protect the legs.
And neither will I.
We got a system, and it looks like you don't want to fit in. Glory is mine.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us.
I've an errand to run around here first. I'll catch up with you there later.
Remember, past the kitchens, down to the beach, inside the caves there. There is a safe place.
Nice. We'll head there later.
Hello. You gonna pray all day, buddy?
Ifan rolls his sleeves back down and casually wipes some blood from his cheek. He nods at you, the shadow of a smile on his lips.
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops. Say, you were on the ship here with me, weren't you?
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours.
Suit yourself. Probably wise, given the rashes you can pick up around this place. Say, you don't look all that busy now that we're safely on dry land. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like you could use someone to watch yours. I've just got a small errand to run, and then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here while I've still got a neck to collar. How about we stick together until we get out of this place?
He shrugs, looking off to the side.
Mercenaries. It's a job. My job. The usual way. Haphazard, terrifying, and drenched in blood. Haven't quite worked out the details yet, but I'll wager it'll be no worse than what'll happen if we stay put. 2 heads are better than 1, and when push comes to shove, 4 fists are better than 2, right?
So I'm torn between going with Ifan, Los, or Sabin. So we'll talk to Los first.
No harm having a friend in this place. One hand washes the other and all that. Trust me, there'll be plenty of filth to wash off around here. But suit yourself. Like I said, suit yourself. If you change your mind, you know where I am.
Hey, I know you.
Losa, the dark-eyed jokester you met aboard the ship, waves enthusiastically and dips into a mock elegant curtsy.
Back then, I was Madame Josephine Gribbles de Pube, and you were... you. Glad to see you made it. Nothing like a nice tentacle slap across the moor to set the tone for the week, eh? How'd you escape? I saw you fall. We all did. Thought you were done for. When we get out of this place, I owe you a pint. So you managed to swim to safety, is that it? What about when you were in the water? Didn't hear anything unusual, did you? No. I mean, not more unusual than usual. It's just, I thought maybe you...
Losa's voice catches in her throat. The joy drains from her face. Her eyes lose focus, and her whole body goes rigid. She is stock-still, waxy-skinned, her eyes dark. Greyish-black veins run from her eyes down her cheeks. Her head snaps to you mechanically, and her eyes lock with yours, dark pupils dilated into great black voids. Light suddenly flashes back into her face. The grey veins drain to pinkish flesh, and her whole body relaxes.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
So she's a little weird.
Ah, it's nothing really. It's just, I'm just a bit, well, a bit hospitable. Ha! What I mean is, look, you've never been a host, right? That's because you're like a clump of leaves on the side of the road. That ain't bad, though. I'd give just about anything to be like you. But I'm a roadside inn. Red door, flowers out front, friendly lady at the door beckoning you in for half price. Like a goddamn gold star inn for the disembodied. Feels like just one, strangely enough. Big one, though. Don't know its name yet, either. It takes time for them to get comfortable and introduce themselves. So, how are you enjoying the joy? So true. And you can stay as long as your heart desires, free of charge. So, you want to check this place out together? Strength in numbers and all that. Sure, whatever suits you. Probably better for you in the end anyway. I'm not always myself. And sometimes not myself is a bit, unpredictable. Anyway, see you around.
The shrine depicts Lucian the Divine, avatar of the 7 gods. It does not react.
Irma? Irma! Please, please, you must help me. No one here will help me. Not one of these bastards. A child is missing. My baby. She was here. I only turned away for a moment. I'm sick with worry. Completely sick. And no one in this damn camp will lift a finger to help me find her. This place turns people cold. Cold and wicked. That fellow Jeth over there speaks unutterable evil, but I can't move away from him. What if Irma comes back and I'm not here? Yes, of course. Here, you should take it with you. When you find her, give her the doll and tell her, Mummy says this is for her little chicken, and it's time to come home. That's what I call her, my little chicken.
She soaks up a steady stream of tears with her shirt sleeve.
She ought to come with you then. She ought to follow you back to me. You are an angel. Truly you are.
Didn't I?
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you quite alone? In that case, listen up. You must think me mad to approach a stranger, but this camp is full of cowards and I'm running out of time. Fast. Too fast. Way too fast. Haha, you would be too if you'd been here as long as I have. In fact, you should be nervous if you're here at all. I know what they have planned for us, and it ain't pretty. I've been here a long time. Longer than anyone else. People get taken sometimes. Some folks say they get cured. I don't know if I believe it, and I don't want to wait and find out. I have a way out of here. It won't be easy, and I need a partner. Just one. Are you interested? Believe whatever you want. This may be your only chance at leaving this place. Take it or don't. Attaboy. Who wouldn't? Finally someone with a little sense around here. The plan's simple. Completely foolproof. I have a spell that I can use to teleport you right out of here. I can't use it on myself, but with your help, we can both get out of here. There's an artifact that you can use to teleport me out of this place. Then I can use my spell to free you in turn. This item, though, it's in quite an unfortunate location. And how many would make it before the guards noticed? 4? 5? Every bloody sorcerer in this place? Nah. They'd have to take their own chances. I need one accomplice, no more. What? You think I'm being lazy? No, this is sheer pragmatism. I already tried to retrieve the item, but I don't have the, necessary skills. You see, I need someone who can handle themselves in a scrap.
The item's within a crocodilian nest on a beach nearby. I'll mark the position for you. Not enough to trouble a fine specimen such as yourself. Get that artifact, and you and I are as good as free. Go give those overgrown lizards what for.
Alright, so be on the lookout for a little girl and some problems.
Come on, chap. Don't be unreasonable. Better even to puke yourself to death than get purged, don't you think? You should be happy for greed.
What did you say?
That's what happened, isn't it?
Bleeding snake.
Now, let's not get nasty. Greet's better off, I'm sure.
Keep her name out of your mouth, how about?
Easy, please. Excuse us.
You're talking to me, not him, Sam.
Oh, for the love of Lucian, Balladeer. You're acting like a madman.
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on. Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off. So what if it was messy? I'd rather puke myself to death 1,000 times than let the Reds get to me. If she were my wife, I'd be happy for her.
A flat smile twitches across Balladeer's lips.
She never did like you.
Well, that was cool.
Wouldn't know a thing about you and I, Gretty.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand. He nods at you and turns back to his handiwork. He lines up another nail and hammers it into the panel. Amid the squalor of Fort Joy, you suddenly spot an elf with diamond features, regal and radiant, but cold too, and sharper than any knife. She was the one who sat rolling dice in the ship that went under, deciding fates with every roll, or so she said. Her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away, and you get the distinct feeling he's an unfortunate man indeed to be trapped in her tiger-like gaze. No sooner have these words left your mouth than she turns about and grabs you in a stranglehold. You feel the tip of a long needle being pushed a little ways into one of your neck's vertebrae.
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Better tell me who you really are, or this time I'll let my needle do the licking. I see. It does so satisfy to have a purpose in life.
A push, a pivot, and now you suddenly face her, the needle still all too deeply embedded in bone. Despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice something that remained undetected in the gloom of the ship. A flaw in her diamond features. A curiously shaped scar on her left cheek.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a bad old time, A lizard cut this thing, this living scar, into my cheek. The mark of a slave. But now I'm free, of sorts. And I've traced that lizard here, to Fort Joy. I intend to raise the subject with him.
She drives the needle in deeper and whispers.
In truth, it does not matter in the least who you really are. You saw me mark my prey. You could warn him, save him, or kill him before I get my chance. That makes you a liability. That makes you needle feed.
A bright sparkle of laughter follows your proposal.
Ha! How amusing. I admit I had not seen that twist coming. I was certain the pitiful begging was about to begin. Make your case and do it quickly. Why should I join you? Escape? How you do tickle me. Most of the misguided deers around here would argue such a thing is impossible. I'm inclined to agree. You managed to catch me off guard, after all. Oh, little needle mine, what should I do? Push or pull? The agony of choice. You know what? Today is a rather fine day. Sunshine and an easy breeze. Yes, I'll let you live. I'll even agree to travel with you, provided we talk to that lizard I mentioned. I'm not quite sure the weather will save him.
With a casual flick of the wrist, she withdraws the needle from your neck and smiles, as if she just invited you to sit down for tea.
As casual as only the living can be. But of course, I already knew what you really are. Or do you mean to tell me memory is so fleeting within the hollows of that windswept head of yours that you don't recall me running my dainty tongue along your arm? This may strike you as, rather eccentric, but the thought of traveling with one such as yourself quite enthuses me.
She tilts her head ever so slightly and looks at you almost mockingly. You can't help but contemplate with both dread and delight the absolute darkness at the heart of her cat's eyes.
Yes, this will be jolly good fun. Let's discuss our respective roles then, shall we? You, me, and Death will be playing many a round of hide and seek. So, what role would you like me to play? As a rogue, my speciality is stealth. The quick silence of the dagger striking unseen. That said, I'm perfectly lethal wielding any weapon or magic. So, the choice is yours.
So yeah, we're gonna go with a archer type character. I was probably gonna pick her anyways, but it was either you pick her or you get in a fight with her, so I can change later if I need to or want to.
My grace and finesse could make a cat's fur go green with envy. Go on, give me the details. Suits me fine. Lead on, or better yet, let me take the lead. Then follow me.
You're not quite certain you'll ever sleep soundly with Sabine in any sort of proximity, but at least she's on your side, for the moment.
thinking gorilla for now. Yeah, we'll go gorilla for now. Yeah, need someone to sell with. Alright, so kill something and then get off here. Oh yeah, let's do this cool thing.
A single name throbs across your brain. Verdas, Verdas, Verdas! He must escape. He cannot die here. He cannot!
So yeah, they can eat body parts and get the memories of the people they eat. Which is pretty cool. So that was the leg of the lizard that got blown up at the entrance to Fort Jordan. And this is from the ship, I think.
As the dead man's flesh slides down your throat, you feel his consciousness enter yours. His memories are yours to experience. You are Finn. Your heart is heavy. You know too much. It's all too much. You met him. A bright light blinds you, then fades. You feel a tremendous power in your hands, but they are shaking so hard you can barely use them. Suddenly you're on this very ship, crouched in a corner, hugging your knees. A figure approaches, an older woman. Her eyes are kind. She comes closer. She says she wants to talk. She reaches a hand toward you. You grasp it. The memories end. You are no longer Finn. You return to yourself with a jolt.
So the way armor works in this game, you have physical and magical armor. Everything does either physical or magic damage. Both my guys are going to be physical damage physical damage. They do things like knock down, cripple them so they can't walk fast, stuff like that. Magic, you can set them on fire, put it in your stuff like that. We don't have source points to use these yet, so just use them. Alright. Oh, I guess I should show Fane's skills. He's got a purple glow. So his physical damage is increasing since it's crippled, assuming they have a physical movement. This is like a charge across the battlefield. I don't know up or down. It's just the basic. To be able to
You hear a small whimpering sound from behind a basket. You peer behind it and find a small human child holding her knees and trembling. The child's whimpers crescendo into wails. She doesn't lift her head.
Position here. She gets damage boosts if she's up high, so.
What's happening to these turtles? They're transforming.
So if I don't use my action units, they just make me stop battle for those turns. So, So he has physical and magical armor bonuses, and then I feel like his rolls require intelligence. So yeah, they're kind of basic. If you're a magic user, you can have higher magic armor, you can have higher intelligence as the requirements to roll on the armor. She has bartering, so stuff will sell better if she sells it. So she's gonna hold on like crap. It's very tedious. So adding things to wares, I can just go to a person and say, sell all my wares, and it'll just put everything in there. Ultimately, because I'm doing Wolf, I'll have to buy very few things. I'll have to buy outfit, full food and party, so I'll have loads of money. And I'll just probably stop doing that after.
Swallowed too much seawater by the looks of him.
Foolish to attempt an escape by sea in these waters.
I'm not gonna read out loud too, so. I guess he's right. Not such a strong sword. And the cool thing about Undead is I don't need lockpicks to pick locks.
I'll need to get clever with this lock.
Because they have bummy fingers.
I've spotted something.
Alright, I think I'd end it here for now. Probably stick with Sybil as my companion, which is pretty cool. I don't think I've done her story ever, so that'd be nice. Sure, yeah. Let me know if I talked too much or too little, or whatever. Not that it matters.